Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at why are people impressed by you. So please be aware, this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm now going to show you your crystals for each pile. So for pile number 1, we have rose quartz. And we have the card Tenderness. For pile number 2, we have Amethyst. And we have the card Abundance. And for pile number 3, we have Apatite. And we have the card Setting Boundaries. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be your pile for today. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. There could be more messages there for you. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this rose quartz crystal and the card Tenderness with True Love and Compassion, card number 9, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what do people find impressive about you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. By the way, I'm hearing the song I'm in Love with the Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. So with the rose quartz crystal you chose, along with this energy, maybe you have this type of energy and the true love card where like people really, admire your beauty or the way that you look or your body. And something about that is very impressive where like you're just very beautiful on the outside, but then also on the inside, you're people that operate at this heart space level. You are my pile of people that really love from an unconditional place. So you have a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul, but also a beautiful appearance. And this is what impresses people because it's like you have all boxes ticked of like what people would want. I'm feeling like a lot of people specifically get very attracted to you or want to date you or want to be your friend or want to be around you, just very much like admire you as a result of them being impressed by you because you're someone that really embodies true love. You're someone that has compassion for others. You're so sweet to others. You also bring others joy through everything you do and say, through the little things. And I think this is what people notice about you. It really takes a lot for a person to show up in the world with a big heart and, open up their heart courageously. And I get that feeling from you, like you're opening up your heart courageously and you're doing it freely. You're giving freely without expectation of receiving back. And there's something about your softness, your gentleness, your genuinity that makes you so impressive. And that in turn makes people admire you, makes people want to be around you. So let's take a look at your cards. I think I mentioned the cards we're going to be using: the Priestess of Light, Vanessa Tarot, and Ethereal Visions Tarot. If I didn't, there it is. So Spirit Guides on my pile number ones. Okay, we already have a card. We have Power Over Difficulty with Reclaiming Your Power, card number 32. Ooh, that's amazing. I love that for you. Okay, so Why are people impressed by my pile number ones? And then we have Circle of Eternal Joy with Timelessness and Dance of Life. Card number 41. So, I'm also looking at the card here. It's like you make everyone feel like life is a celebration. There's a warmth to you. It's like you spread joy and sunflowers and happiness wherever you go. That's so beautiful. It's like your soul is so beautiful that people are impressed by it. Okay, we have the Death card. Spirit guides on my pile number ones. Why are people impressed by them? And we have the Chariot. I'm also noticing the Star card wants to come out. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm just going to put these two cards there. So now let's take a look at these tarot cards. So, oh my gosh, we have the star at the back of this deck. Like, that is not a coincidence. Whoa, okay. You shine bright like a star, but you've also been healing yourself, it seems. Like, there's a big theme around healing here and finding hope again after difficult moments. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups showing up first. So, spirit guides on my pile number ones. What do people find impressive about them? We have the Empress. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the World. Well, I feel like the World should go here. Actually the Eight of Cups is coming out next to the Two of Cups, so a story I did not expect. Let's just organize your cards and then I'm going to talk about what I see here. Okay, so what I see in your reading here with the Empress, yeah, it kind of confirms what I said about you having a lot of beauty, a lot of external beauty or handsomeness or attractiveness, depending on what you relate to, but also a lot of internal attractiveness. It's like you are beautiful on the inside and the outside. That's what people are impressed by. You know, you're that star that shines brightly. You have a lot of good energy. And this is what people could feel from you. So, what I feel a storyline that has happened here is for some of you, you had been in some kind of relationship or connections with others. It doesn't have to be a romantic connection. With the Two of Cups, where you were pouring into them, but Spirit showed me like the Seven of Swords clairvoyantly, you know, when I took out this Eight of Cups card. So some of you were in connections with others or in certain types of connections in general where you know you were pouring into them, where you were wearing your heart on your sleeve for them, where you were putting in a lot of effort for them, and people saw that. People really saw that. You know, I'm even seeing this message here with the lion. You know, you courageously had your heart wide open. And that impressed people that you're able to love so freely. But at some point, I feel like you maybe, some of you realize, you know, these connections weren't reciprocal or they weren't putting in the same effort as you, or, you know, these people just didn't have your best interest in mind. You know, maybe they didn't have the same values as you, or want the same things as you, or lied to you, or kind of just like wasted your time or messed around with you, played with your heart. And I feel like you also had the courage here to leave with the Eight of Cups. You had the courage to have some type of self-love here with the Empress and end some kind of cycle with the World card in your connections with others. And although this was a difficult moment, very difficult to leave certain connections behind, especially when you want to hold on to that. You want to believe that things can turn out better. But I feel like, some kind of major ending happened here with the death card, and it wasn't easy. It was very difficult for you. It took a lot of courage for you to do this, for you to leave that behind. And people saw you do that. People saw you regain the sense of self-love and do that for yourself and end some major cycle here by healing your heart and by taking a look within and wondering, like, why am I in these sort of type of connections with people that are like this? And maybe you healed something within yourself, and uh, in a sense, you built up enough self-love and this energy of self-worth where you were no longer attracted to people like that. And this is the one storyline I see here where you healed yourself. For the others that don't relate to that, I see another storyline here where you are in healthy relationships, okay? With others, with the Two of Cups, and you love freely, you give freely. You really wear your heart on your sleeve for those you love, for those around you, and that is seen by others. And that's very impressive to courageously give your heart so freely, because I'm seeing your heart as like this fragile glass, and it's the most beautiful glass in the whole world, but you're giving it to this person and trusting that they're not going to break this glass. Okay, so you're giving it to them, but maybe you're noticing certain things in these connections where, like, I need to work on myself, or they need to work on themselves here. And, we need to speak about these things. We need to communicate these things. We need to take action on our healing journey so that we're not repeating these cycles that are going to create some kind of destruction here or even more difficulty. So, maybe it wasn't easy to notice these things within yourself. And, for example, let's say you are in a marriage or a romantic connection with someone or friendships, and, you're both noticing, okay, here is our weaknesses because maybe we have certain types of conflict here, or maybe this person gets a little bit defensive when I do this or when I say this. How can we work together? How can we work on this together? How can we heal together? Like, you're not perfect together, but you're also not hurting each other. You're not breaking each other. But if we leave this too long, if we don't courageously look at this challenge and face it head on, if we leave this for too long, some kind of difficult destruction may happen or difficult ending may happen. And I feel like you and your person, or you and the people you were connected with, had to heal together, had to grow together, had to work on yourselves together to end some kind of major cycle here with the world and leave behind, like, for example, we all have certain types of habits that, or certain personality traits that we have to sort of work on to improve our relationships so that they can become more healthy. And this is the theme I see here. So, for those that, took the healing journey on your own and you gained self love through that, but you also went on your own healing journey, you rediscovered yourself, you worked on yourself, you transformed yourself, and had some kind of inner glow up where you're loving yourself more, where you're knowing your worth more, and you are no longer attracted to people that are not reciprocating that love you give. That impresses people. That impresses people that you were able to do that. And for those of you that went the other route where you were already in relationships with people, but it's not like you're hurting each other, maybe you were just having this energy where you're not perfect as people, but you noticed some difficult things that you both had to work on, and you did that. You worked on it, you healed some things together as a team, and you grew together as a team, and you ended some cycles here. And as a result of this, now you have even more love to share with each other. as a result of regaining power over these difficult moments by taking the courage to heal, by taking that initiative to make a choice to create some kind of change here with the Wheel of Fortune. With the Circle of Eternal Joy here, I'm seeing that with like the World card, and it's like next to the Wheel of Fortune, in order to change our life around so that we can be fortunate, so that our life can go well, we need to make a choice here to end a cycle so that the cycle can be joyful. Does that make sense? So that the cycle of love can be fulfilling and can be healing and can fill our hearts with the most love. And maybe for some of you, like you improved your relationships through the self-love, or you improved your relationship to yourself, and now you're starting to attract more healthy relationships. And for others of you, through this growth you did with the people around you, it's like you showed people that even though you came together at a point where you were not perfect, you still were able to grow together and accept one another as you are, but say, like, we're gonna have the courage to face this head on and heal this. And all of you took back your power in some way by doing this, by making this shift, by making this change here, some kind of big shift, internal glow up, level up, external glow up of your life happened as a result of this major ending of the cycle and transformation. And now it's like you're in that spotlight where people are impressed by what you have done here. So this is what I see in your reading. You have really grown. You've really taken back your power. Okay, so I'm really, really proud of you, my pile number ones. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this amethyst crystal and the abundance card, card number 28 with fortune, wealth, and plenty, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at why are people impressed by you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We're going to be using the Priestess of Light Oracle deck, the Vanessa Tarot, and the Ethereal Visions Tarot. I'm sure you're wondering why this card is out. So what had happened was I was just shuffling the cards for pile 2. What I usually do is like I'll shuffle the oracle cards, tarot cards, and then on camera I'll shuffle again. But before I just shuffled to get the energies of pile 2, and this card just fell out on its own. And it kind of matches the description of the abundance card. So some kind of physical opportunity here is impressing people. So I'm just going to put this here for now. Let's see what this is. So spirit guides of my pile number twos. Why are people impressed by my pile number twos? Why are people impressed by them? We have the card telepathy with transmission, perception, and communication. Card number 22. I think I'm kind of understanding the energy. And we have wisdom with learning, joy, art, and music. Card number 29. And like the top of the abundance card is so much purple, as well as the wisdom card. And you chose the amethyst crystal. And actually, while I was choosing the crystals, it wasn't planned to be purple. Like, I just felt amethyst because like I was kind of in a rush trying to do the intro and everything, trying to record pile 2 and 3 before the sun goes down. But yeah, that's an amazing synchronicity here. So at the back of the deck, we have sensuality with feminine wisdom and passion. So this is my pile of people that are very sexy, that are very hot. People find you to be very sensual, and I'm hearing it's like you linger on people's minds. There's something about you that lingers behind, like you're never really gone from people's lives. that impresses others. I feel like you're that one person, and you may not relate to this, but this is how other people see you. You're that one person where exes can't get over you. You're the one that got away. You're that one person that is so memorable that people still talk about to this day from your past. You're that one person that lingers behind, like maybe you'll hug someone and they'll smell you, and like later that day they will still smell your scent even though you're not around. There's something about you that just lingers, the memory of you, and that is something that impresses others because it's like you never truly disappear from people's lives, even when you think you do. Even when you're not physically in their life, there's something about you still spiritually being there. This is my very intuitive pile, and this is what I already feel from all the purple here. You're very, very intuitive, very connected to those realms, and I guess purple to me is a regal energy. Do you know why I say so? Because apparently in the olden days, like I don't know if this is true, but apparently in the olden days, um people couldn't really wear a lot of purple color material because it was a very rare color to find. Okay, and like maybe you are that rare gem that impresses people because you are that person that is like really rare to find, like in your personality traits and who you are. But also, you're that one person that maybe everyone wants to have around. Like everyone wants a piece of you're that pie and everyone wants a piece of you. Like that's what I'm seeing here, whether you realize it or not. And people think that you're so confident in yourself. People think that you're someone that has this regal energy, this queen, king energy. Okay, so this is what I see here. So let's see what other cards we have. Did I mention what decks they are? So this is Priestess of Light, Vanessa Tarot, Ethereal Visions. Sometimes I'm a little bit forgetful. Forgive me, pile 2. Okay, so Spirit Guides of pile 2. What impresses my pile 2s? What is impressive about my pile 2s? Even now, like, I feel like I'm forgetting to speak, how to speak, like stuttering on my words, and the High Priestess came out. Confirmation. Maybe you have that effect on people where it's like they kind of want to impress you because they see you as this regal person where they're already impressed by you. There's nothing you have to do. You step in the room and it's an energetic thing where you just impress them with your energy. They think of you as a queen, a king. People put you on a pedestal. And it's kind of like when they try to talk to you, they're trying to impress you. But you've already energetically impressed them. You didn't even say a word, but that's the vibe I feel here. King of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Like, I don't know what it is here, but people see you as abundant. Or people see you as you're creating that. The Magician wants to come out. I'm going to take the Magician. So people see you as you're creating that if you're not there yet. You are on the path to abundance, and this is what people see. So let's take a look at your tarot cards. I'm going to put this in the middle since this was the first card that came out. So Spirit Guides of my pile number 2s. What do people find impressive about my pile 2s? We have the Queen of Pentacles. You see, I cannot make this up, my pile 2s. Like all these Pentacles cards. Pentacles is all about like earthly possessions, physicalities, earth energy. So, wow. Okay, and then we have the Emperor. Some kind of power couple energy here. We have the Lovers. Okay. We have the High Priestess again. Some of you are tarot readers, or you are using your gifts in some way. We see here joy, art, music. Maybe some of you are creative, and it's like you're using your gifts in something you love and something that has always been a passion of yours with the Four of Wands that makes you feel like your whole heart is celebrating, like you're just celebrating for life. And with the Page of Cups, maybe like it's always been a childhood dream of yours to follow this passion or to follow this sense of celebration within your soul whenever you do this specific thing. And it's like whenever you get those ideas, that inspiration comes through from your intuition. Okay? I'm also noticing the Nine of Cups wants to come out, but I'm not going to include it for space purposes. At the back of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. But some of you are definitely tarot readers on social media, or you use your gifts in some way. You're very gifted and you use your gifts in some way, and people see you creating success from this. Or if you're not using your gifts in that way, that's also completely okay. Maybe there is something you do here that you completely love with the Four of Wands, that you have some knowledge in, that people see you on the path to creating that. Let me just organize these cards and I'll talk more about this in a second. I just got goosebumps in your energy. Your energy just feels so good to people. Like, I feel people open up to your energy before you even say anything, like I said before. Oh, and I just felt like this intense weight on my shoulders. Like, maybe you have been working really hard to get certain opportunities in your life. Something to do with this big dreamer energy, what I feel with the Page of Cups. Like, people may have once called you a little bit naive or a little bit like, I don't know how to explain it, but you know when someone is really a dreamer, I feel that Neptune energy with this card. I don't know why. I don't know if it even consists of Neptune energy, but I feel Neptune energy and the sense of like you being a dreamer, you being a visionary, you being someone that doesn't take life too seriously. And the way you see life is from more of like this master manifestation point of view, whether you realize it or not. It comes from your intuition, and that perception is actually correct, I'm hearing from spirit, because that perception of like I can just start something and put it out there and create it and things will work out. You know, my dreams will happen if I believe in it, if I celebrate it as if it is already happening. That is true. That is very, very true. So I feel like, you're just souls that have, experienced a lot of that spiritual energies, being in the spiritual realms. And I guess now, as a human on earth, you're maybe someone that understands not just manifestation, but like, when we're in those higher realms as spiritual beings and not, bound to a physical body. When we think of something, apparently it just appears. Or this is what like Spirit has showed me. It just appears very quickly, but, in this 3D world, things take time to produce. But with that mindset you have, you're able to dream up your reality. You're able to really envision the reality you want, celebrate it as if you already have it, and boom, bam, those opportunities come to you. But like I said, with that weight on my back, it's not like you haven't been working hard for it. Like people feel that. People feel the energy, even if they don't fully see it. They see that you've been putting in the hard work in order to get to your dreams. It's not just this dreamer Neptune energy. We see so many pentacles here and the Emperor, which is all about stability, creating a stable foundation for ourselves. As well as the number 4. We see the number 4 and 4 here. The number 4 is about stable foundation, stability. So in order to create that stable foundation and stability for ourselves, we need to put in the work. We need to put in the effort. We need to build to where we want to be. And I feel like this is what you've been doing. You've been putting in a lot of hard work and effort towards this. And people see you building your empire here. People see you, creating this energy where opportunities are starting to come to you in your career, in your dreams, and in your goals. And even through going through life, like, I feel like you're someone that really embody this energy of the high priestess. Like, it's literally showing up twice. So you're someone that really knows how to get ideas from those higher realms, from your ancestors, from your angels, and, you know, put it into a physical form or physical reality with the Ace of Pentacles, from ideas and knowledge into something physical. Like here we see her holding a book. There may be some writers here, or maybe you own a business and you don't realize how intuitive you are, and maybe your ideas have been working. Even if people don't see you as intuitive, there's something about people seeing you as this person where you always have the right ideas. You always know the right things to do. You always know the right things to say. It's like, what? Is this person magical? Like, what is going on? Like, this is how people see it, okay? And with the Queen of Pentacles, you're making something of it. And even in those times where those ideas don't necessarily work out, you're like mixing and matching, and you're like kind of like putting things together. You're learning wisdom from it. You're growing from it. You're understanding things better. You're gaining knowledge and awareness about what it is you want to do. And that learning allows you to be like the swan. The swan is an amazing animal. I love to see it in readings because I see the swan as someone that is so graceful, where they do something and they do it and they make it look perfect. Even though they don't see themselves as perfect, they make it look effortless and perfect. And this is other people's perception of you, okay? Whatever it is you do, you make it look perfect. I'm hearing that song that's like, I'm a fashion killer. I think it's Destroy Lonely if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But he's like something like, I'm so strategic. Oh, everything I do is for a reason. I'm so strategic. I feel like that's your energy, and this is how people are seeing you. And this is why people are impressed by you. Like, people literally put you on a pedestal, see you as a king, queen, royalty, see you as like magical in some way, see you as like, wow, who are you? Like, who are you, my pile number twos? Because, wow, like, even I'm impressed looking at this reading. Because, like, you are this magician. You're creating the reality you want to live. And like I said, we have this power couple energy with the lovers here. The Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles. If you're not in some kind of relationship, then maybe people see you as marriage material, or people see you as a person that can attract the best of the best, where it's like you're going to be in a power couple relationship, because who isn't going to want a person like you? Like, you are the prize, you are everything everyone would ever want. And that's what I see with the Nine of Cups. It's like you're starting to get your wish fulfillments. And if it isn't even there yet, like, people are starting to see it. Or people are starting to feel that it is going to come into your life in a very powerful but magical way. And I'm smelling incense for some reason. I was gonna say something about with the Five of Swords at the back of the deck, just to be aware that some people may be impressed by you, but I feel like this isn't everyone. I feel like this is just some people, like, where this is a small majority where this is why it didn't come out in the cards. It's just like at the back of the deck. They're not even important. But maybe this is just a side message. There are a small percentage of people that are like impressed by you, but then are also jealous of your achievements, are also jealous of this energy you have. Um, but they're still impressed either way. So maybe just light some incense if you can, or cleanse your energy. Maybe a sign to cleanse your energy in the way you intuitively feel, because you are the High Priestess. But note that even if there are a small amount of people that are a little bit jealous of, what you may achieve from this, there are still the majority of people there that are impressed by you, that are inspired by you. And even those that are jealous of you, they're still impressed by you. So Who cares about that? You are starting to get your wish fulfillment, my pile number two. So this is what I see for you. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this Apatite crystal and the card setting boundaries with threshold protection, honor card number 30. This reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at why are people impressed by you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. And the funny thing is the card is about setting boundaries, and you chose the Apatite crystal, which is a blue stone. I didn't know why I was drawn to blue, and then now I realized throat chakra. And as I tapped into your energies, I felt like a throat chakra clearance, like where I really felt like I had to clear my throat a lot. And maybe this is what's been happening for you, like the energy has been healing and clearing out there. And I'm hearing being activated and your third eye too, but also the sense of self-worth within you. So it's the solar plexus, the throat chakra, and the third eye. And okay, I want to show you something. So when I was pulling the intro cards, this card came out with your card. So it says adjustment, looking back and moving forward. And it's card number 24. And I'm looking at her hand here, and it kind of looks like magic is coming out of her hands. So this definitely must be my magical pile. And I feel this energy of like you being so magical, and that's what impresses people. You are having that Midas touch. I heard that song that's like, she's magic, it's tragic that no one saw when it happened. I can't remember who it's by, but something along those lines. And you have that Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. This is why people are impressed by you. Okay, and you've been going through a lot of changes in who you are, how you are perceiving yourself, how you are showing up in the world. People are seeing this change happen. And what I feel here is your intuition was telling you to go through these set of changes. Maybe you started opening up to your intuition more, started trusting your intuition more, but I feel it wasn't easy. And I really feel my throat chakra opening up now, as if it's like been closed my whole life and now it's finally opening. And what I feel here, you've always been a person with a big heart. You've been a person that has felt things so deeply. Some of you may relate to pile one's energies, by the way, but you're someone that really feels deeply. You're someone that really loves deeply too. And this is what people have always seen about you. But I feel like maybe some of you had felt like you loved too hard in your past, or had felt like you were always in connections where maybe it wasn't reciprocal, or you were giving, but like maybe you started realizing like you needed to set more boundaries, otherwise you were going to get burnt out, or you were going to, some of you felt like resentment for always being that one to give but never receiving it in return. And that's what I'm getting from the two hands here. Like, you have a very healing energy, healing hands, and it's like you're always putting energy out in the past, but like maybe never receiving it back. And I feel like you have started to reach a point in your past energies where I think you really had to make some kind of change or adjustment here in the way you viewed your worth and yourself. And it's not that those relationships were bad. Maybe you're just someone with a big heart, and maybe they, like the perception I see it here as, Spirit has showed me a video I watched on Instagram. Just bear with me, I will pull your cards in a moment. Um, about a few years ago, and she said something along the lines of like, one person's glass is like this full, and they're able to give a big glass of love because that's their capacity to love. Whereas another person has a smaller glass, and that's their capacity to love. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them, but maybe they're not emotionally available, or maybe they just don't have as much as a big heart as you, or are as compassionate as you, or feel as deep as you. So you're always going to be pouring into this cup so much, and it's going to overflow for them, but then when they pour into you, it's not going to overflow, and it's always going to feel like sort of imbalanced. And I feel like you've been learning to, I'm seeing like the justice scales, Libra scales, and things coming back into balance. Whatever imbalance is, like I'm seeing it like it's imbalanced, and it's like coming into balance, and now things are balanced again in the way you love yourself, but also the way you love others. And I feel like it was not that something was wrong with those people, but maybe they just couldn't love you at the capacity you could love. And I think in some way you learned to accept that and say, that's okay. Maybe I need to set more boundaries here or there. Maybe I need to make some adjustments, changes, think, what do I actually want in my life? What types of relationships do I want? And how can I be more of my authentic self in the world so that I attract those people to me that are like me, instead of like dimming myself and watering myself down to make myself feel like I can be wanted by those people. But instead, I'm gonna, put myself out there, be myself, and if they don't resonate with me, then they're not an energetic match. And I see something about a change happening here in the way you approach situations with people and yourself. And I guess this was a major clearing in your throat chakra, in your solar plexus, and it was weird. Like my leg clicked in a weird way. It was like you were opening up to more, because like I opened up my leg because I was crossing it, and then it clicked, but it didn't feel bad. It actually felt like I was like opening up energy to come in to receive. Does that make sense? And it makes sense with the justice scales, I guess. So now you are in this balanced energy of giving and receiving, of setting more boundaries, of still being your loving self, but honoring yourself more, protecting yourself more, saying no more, loving yourself more, and maybe even trusting your intuition and gut feelings more, because maybe some of you had that, but maybe you ignored it at some point, and it just showed you why it was right. And I feel like people are looking back at the old version of you and the new version of you and the big change that has happened here, and they are impressed, they're shocked. You're starting to realize the magic that is within you, my pile number threes. Yeah. You're starting to realize the potential within you. You're starting to change, where you're starting to notice that, where you're not like wanting other people to notice that because you see it within yourself. So whether other people realize that or see it or not, you don't need that validation. Of course, it's nice to get compliments and nice to receive that, like, it's nice, even I like it, but it's like you now at a point, or you're coming to this point in your change and your transformation here, where you're still that loving person, you're still that, but now you just have more boundaries, you're just honoring yourself more, and you're starting to see your magic more, you're starting to see your potential, how everything you touch does indeed turn to gold. We have touching earth with planting something new, card number 12. At the back of the deck, we have Healing Earth. Oh my gosh, I said you have healing hands. Look here. The power to give and receive healing. Whoa. So some of you opened up to your gifts. You went on an initiation here. Some of you may relate to pile 2. And I feel an energy of healing from heartbreak as well. So pile 1 as well, yeah. We have the 2 of Swords. So you made some kind of choice to change here. And then we have the Moon, which is all about you Trust in your intuition. At the back of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles, and I noticed the Five of Wands wanted to come out. I can't find it now, but I guess maybe that's relationships or connections you were in where maybe some like were secretly in competition with you. So look at that, the Seven of Swords. So spirit guides in my pile number 3s. May I please look into why are people impressed by my pile 3s? If it looks a little bit darker on camera, I apologize. I'm going to check now after I lay out the cards if it looks okay, because the sun is setting, so I probably have to hurry up. Look here, the sun is rising and my sun is setting. Well, not my sun, where I'm at. We have the Five of Cups. Yeah, so I probably just have to hurry up here. Sorry about that, my pile 3s. We have the Death card. We have the King of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups. And we have the Well. The High Priestess card also wants to come out. I just want to show you. So that's confirmation. We have the Two of Cups at the back of the deck. Okay, so my pile number 3, sorry about that, like the sun is setting and I was trying to do all the piles in time, but you know, today while I was recording, there was just a lot of delays, so sorry about that. I made a plan and I put the iPad torch on in front of the table, so hopefully you can see a little bit better. But yeah, okay. So why people are impressed with you? With the moon here, people did not see this coming. Yeah, they did not see this coming, my pal threes. Like, they didn't see you, like, going through this transformation. With the Five of Cups, I feel like, you know, you've been through lots of disappointments in your life when it came to maybe some relationships in your life. And I guess with the moon, the transformation you went through kind of holds this energy of mystery, like where the reason why people are so impressed is because like they're intrigued and they're wondering like, how did you just do this? Like, how did this happen? Like, how did you switch up but in the best possible way, you know? And I feel like an energy here of like some of you having some friends here, for example, where they can see your potential, where they can see your worth. And like maybe at one point, you know, like you were in connections with people that didn't like see it and it broke their hearts, it disappointed them, or like family members or just people very close to you that loved you dearly. I'm not sure who it is. I'm just feeling someone's energy that is close to you, that loves you, that wants the best for you. Maybe it's even your higher self or your spirit guides. I don't know. But, you know, when you went through this big transformation, it was painful because I'm looking at the death card here and how she's crying in her arms. And I guess with the Well, you know, it took a lot of deep-seated healing. It wasn't just this quick transformational thing that maybe people think they see, but it took a lot of inner work. It took you going to the depths of your inner self. Like the Well card reminds me of Alice in Wonderland and going on a deep journey that we cannot even imagine what is going to hold. So I feel like you went into the depths of your soul to heal something, to transform something here. And with the Fool card, you had a rebirth after the Death card. You had a rebirth here. You had a transformation. And now the sun is rising again. After the sun sets, the sun rises. I'm hearing a song after I say that. Underwater Love, I think. I'm not sure. I think it's Smoke City. But she says something like along the lines of after the rain comes sun, after the sun comes rain again. And I feel like you have had the rain disappear now and the sun is starting to come out for you and things are starting to look bright for you again. And this is what people are starting to see, this new journey you've planted, and maybe they're starting to see you also become more grounded, become more confident in your abilities, your gifts, your talents, your magic, your potential within, and starting to see you express that fire within you more. Because I feel like with the King of Wands, you're someone that is very passionate about, the things you love to do. Maybe some of you even like kind of took a leap of faith or took some courage to start some new things or start some new hobbies of things you always wanted to do, or some passions you had, or you kind of just took the first steps there for some of you, but or you just started seeing your potential more. And I guess that took a lot of courage and bravery to put yourself out there in some way, because you're showing up as this King of Wands, this leadership energy, regardless of your gender. And this is why people are impressed by you, this transformation you've been through, but also your potential, your magic, how everything you touch turns to gold. And I guess with the Ace of Cups here, I'm looking at the lotus flowers here, and lotus flowers represent rebirth. So you went through some huge rebirth, some huge transformation here. And you're still the pure soul you once were, but now you're able to give love from a full cup that overflows, where other people are also able to pour into your cup. Like I'm looking at the Two of Cups at the back of the deck, and it's like people are able to pour in back. And it's like you took your power back. Yeah. And now maybe people are starting to see your relationships flourish, or your relationship to yourself flourish. And I guess maybe they see a future energy of beautiful relationships. Look at the rainbow here. So this is what I have for you, my pile number threes. I really hope this reading resonated. Sorry about the darkness. I really hope this resonated, and I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!